Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to think about this for a moment. What you eat in the last hour before bed is not just affecting your stomach, it's affecting your brain. In fact, for many people over 60, that final snack at night is either helping your brain repair itself or quietly making things worse. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you noticed small changes lately? Maybe you walk into a room and forget why a name slips your mind, even though you know it, or you lose your train of thought mid sentence. These moments feel small, but they add up. And most people think, this is just aging. But here's the truth, your brain doesn't just shut down at night, it actually goes into repair mode while you sleep. Your brain is clearing out waste, strengthening memories, repairing cells, and what you eat before bed can either support that process or slow it down. That's the part most people never hear, because this isn't something doctors usually explain. Not because they don't care, but because this area of research is still relatively new. But what we do know now is powerful. Certain foods, especially simple fruits, can support your brain during that overnight repair process. Not in months, not in years, but starting with what you do tonight. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 specific fruits that work with your brain while you sleep. Starting with a powerful one, then moving to one that will surprise you, and ending with the most effective of all. And number 2, most people have been told to avoid it, but that advice may have been wrong. Before we get into it, I want to hear from you. How old are you? And have you noticed any changes in your memory lately? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your experience helps shape what I share next. All right, let's start with number 3, because this one quietly supports your brain in a way most people never realize. Number 3, tart cherries calm your brain before sleep. Let's start with number 3. And this one is quietly powerful. Tart cherries. Now, most people have never heard of using cherries for brain health. But this is where things get interesting. As you get older, one of the biggest hidden problems in the brain is inflammation. You don't feel it. You don't see it. But over time, it starts to affect how clearly you think. That's when you notice things like forgetting names, losing focus, feeling mentally slower. Now here's where tart cherries come in. They contain natural compounds that help calm that inflammation. So instead of your brain working under stress, it gets a chance to recover. And here's the second benefit. This one is just as important. Tart cherries naturally support better sleep, not by forcing it, but by helping your body relax into it. And remember, sleep is when your brain does its deepest repair work. So when you sleep better, your brain repairs better. It's that simple. Think of it like this. Your brain has a cleanup crew that works at night. If you don't sleep well, that cleanup doesn't happen properly. But when you support your sleep, that system works more efficiently. And tart cherries help with both, reducing stress inside the brain, supporting deeper, more restful sleep. Now let's make it simple. How do you use it? You can drink a small glass of tart cherry juice or eat a small serving of cherries about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's it. Now here's a small tip that helps even more. Pair it with a little healthy fat. For example, a few walnuts or a small piece of dark chocolate. This helps your body absorb the beneficial compounds better. Now here's what I want you to notice over time. Do you fall asleep a little easier? Do you feel slightly more clear in the morning? Does your mind feel less foggy? These are early signs your brain is responding. Because when you calm the brain and improve sleep, everything starts to work better. Now, if this already sounds powerful, what comes next might surprise you. Because number 2 is something many people have been avoiding, without realizing how helpful it can actually be. Number 2, banana, the one you were told to avoid. Now let's move to number 2. And this one surprises almost everyone. A ripe banana. Now you may be thinking, wait, I thought bananas were too sugary. That's what many people have been told, especially after 60. But here's the truth. When used the right way, at the right time, a banana can actually support your brain at night. Let me explain. Your brain needs certain natural chemicals to relax, fall asleep, and repair itself, and those chemicals don't just appear on their own. Your body has to make them. This is where a banana helps. A ripe banana provides the building blocks your body needs to produce: serotonin, your calming chemical, and melatonin, your sleep hormone. So instead of forcing sleep, it helps your body ease into it naturally. Now here's something important. We're talking about a ripe banana, not green, not hard. A banana with a few brown spots. That's when it's easiest to digest and most effective for your body. Now here's another benefit most people don't realize. Bananas also support your brain's communication system. Your brain cells send signals all day long. And for that, they rely on certain minerals. When those signals don't work properly, you may notice slower thinking, trouble focusing, forgetting things more easily. A banana helps support that system, especially overnight. Because remember, nighttime is when your brain organizes everything from the day. Think of it like this. During the day, information piles up. At night, your brain sorts it. And a banana helps that process run more smoothly. Now, let's keep it simple. How do you use it? Eat one ripe banana about 45 minutes before bed. That's it. And here's a small tip that can make it even better. Pair it with a little magnesium. For example, a few pumpkin seeds or a small piece of dark chocolate. This combination helps your body relax even deeper. Now here's what I want you to notice. Do you feel calmer before sleep? Do you fall asleep more naturally? Do you wake up feeling slightly clearer? These are signs your brain is benefiting. Because when your sleep improves, your brain repair improves. Now, if this one surprised you, what comes next is even more powerful. Because number one doesn't just support your brain, it directly helps protect and strengthen it. Number one, blueberries, the most powerful brain fruit. Now we've reached number one. And this is the one that stands above everything else on this list. Blueberries. Now you've probably heard before. Blueberries are good for you, but what they do for your brain, especially at night, is far more powerful than most people realize. Let me explain this simply. Your brain is constantly under stress every day, from aging, inflammation, and natural wear over time and slowly. That affects how clearly you think. That's when you notice slower recall, forgetting details, losing focus more easily. Now here's where blueberries come in. They contain natural compounds that can actually reach your brain directly. And once they're there, they help protect your brain cells. Think of it like this. If your brain is like a house, blueberries help repair the walls and protect it from damage. But here's what makes them even more powerful. They don't just protect your brain. They support how your brain repairs itself overnight. Remember what we talked about earlier. Nighttime is when your brain organizes memories, repairs cells, clears out waste, and blueberries help that process work better. So instead of waking up feeling foggy, your brain feels more refreshed. Now let me share something important. This isn't about a quick fix. It's about consistency. People who include blueberries regularly often notice gradual improvements in memory, focus, mental clarity. Now let's keep it simple. How do you use them? Take about 1 cup of blueberries, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Fresh or frozen both work. In fact, frozen blueberries are often just as good. You can eat them as they are, add them to yogurt, or mix them into a small evening snack. Now here's a small tip that can help even more. Pair them with a little fat. For example, yogurt or a few nuts. This can help your body absorb the beneficial compounds better. Now here's what I want you to notice over time. Do you feel clearer in the morning? Do you remember things a bit more easily? Does your mind feel less foggy? These are the changes we're looking for. Because your brain isn't just aging. It's responding to what you give it. No, let's bring everything together. So you can actually use this in your daily routine. Now let's bring everything together. Because knowing this is helpful. But the real change comes from what you do tonight. And the good news? This is incredibly simple. You don't need a complicated plan. You don't need expensive supplements. You just need to use what we talked about consistently. Here's an easy way to start. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, backhand index pointing right, choose one option. A small glass of tart cherry juice, or one ripe banana, or a bowl of blueberries. That's it. You don't have to do all three at once. In fact, it's better to keep it simple. Start with one. See how your body responds. Then over time, you can rotate between them. For example, banana one night, blueberries the next, tart cherries another. Easy. Now imagine this. A few weeks from now, you go to bed, and your mind feels a little calmer. You wake up, and instead of that heavy, foggy feeling, your thoughts feel a bit clearer. You remember things a little easier. You stay focused a little longer. Not perfect, but better. And those small improvements add up because your brain is not just getting older, it's responding to how you support it. And nighttime is your biggest opportunity because that's when your brain is doing its most important work. Now I want to hear from you. Which one are you going to try tonight? Backhand index pointing right, tart cherries, backhand index pointing right, banana, backhand index pointing right, or blueberries? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. And if you've already tried any of these, share your experience. You never know who you might help. And one last thing. If this video gave you something useful, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I share simple, practical strategies like this to help you stay sharp, independent, and mentally strong as you age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.